Hey there, mateys. This is Scary Scouts, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. And today is Wednesday, it's Tuesday, April 18th, 2017. Welcome back to the Q&A answer series today. I have the issue on the new trailer today, as known about the Pirates of the Caribbean, Damn It, Tell No Tales. As it knows about the screen captures they have the Demet Tell No Tales and the Black Pearl, and most of the out of the bottom of the Blackbeard, and those is gonna be Jax. So the Pearl's back in the mid 70s, 60s. It's always what they're supposed to do. It's in the mid 1760 on Try to the Recited of the Quest and the Demet Tell No Tales. It's most of it gonna do is very excited to see on May 26th for the Baywatch on TV spots. Knowing such things about the Disney Pirates of the Caribbean to put into the side of it in the posters on the cruise ships and the noon afternoon and night, and to spending the whole time with you. If you guys wanted to see you guys having fun to the Las Vegas and Los Angeles and Anaheim and the Venice Beach. They have a fair like the Hannah Montana in the movie on the concert today, as most of it could very good on Disney movies on Miley Cyrus. It's the best way. It's his best way about the hot celebrity the way the concert. She knew that about the Vanity Fair, asked where we to see Carlos Golorio's child with Benjamin Walker. They were gonna see him playing for Karina Smith, for Interesting for Elizabeth Swann, for Command Rumor from Keira Knightley. Barry Stew, we believe it on Stillport Royal. She was a pirate, still retirement for 10 years ago. Will Turner has the land of the dead living for the underwater of Davy Jones' locker under the ships. There's the captain of Flying Dutchman at the end of it at World's End and the war against piracy in the 1740s. And the war remains there as ever, and the enforcement and procedures of the Black Sails, the Pirates and the Misfits, the Hobbit trilogies from the producer of The Lord of the Rings and Peter Jackson's, and Howard Shore's, and Michael Gargantino for Jurassic Park with John Williams and Jurassic World, and Pete's Dragon Disney movies upcoming to completed on The Jungle Book, Cinderella, Maleficent, Tomorrowland, the Maze Runners trilogy, and Percy Jackson for film series, and Neighbors versus Second, and Dirty Grandpa, Mike and Dave Needs Wedding Dates, and Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is the most 100,000 women in the world. And the hot woman is also the issues. She seems to look like Keira Knightley has her husband wanted the kids to see playing Elizabeth Swann and Turner. Elizabeth Swann Turner looks like about the Henry's grandson, Weatherly Swann, and booster Bill Turner and William Turner Jr. as his dad, and he's tried hugging Will Turner's the new one as Orlando Bloom. He was 40 now. He was 28. So a while ago, well, actually, I think it'd be worse about the time about Carlos Golorio from the Maze Runners to Pirates of the Caribbean 5th. As knows about Tony, and I wanted to see May 26th during the Memorial Day with Millie and Samantha and his family, the mom and dad, and the best friends, the homies, and Majorga Nuggets Jesse and his best friend Manny Corn, Bob Sickens, Mark Lucason's Juliet Riley, and Parker Sipple and his big brother Jeffrey Ridgway and Georgie Stahlbarger, and Tom Abraham, Uncle Larry as Larry's Lounge, and Joe Bum, Psycho Dad as Jeffrey Whichway Sr., and Psycho Mom Terry, and Psycho Aunts and Uncles as Jackie and Melissa, and Diana just mentioned Rumor Camille, and Charles, and George, and the Quiz, and there's this friendly as the mechanics Nancy and Anita. They really want to see on the Instagrams on the Juggy stores. What Jesse wanted to see on the Japanese on the new trailer on the Black Pearl on the new scenes, as the Queen Anne's Revenge, as the same ships as known about Jack Sparrow's flag, Hector Barbosa's 2, and Capitan Salazar on former of Spanish Royal Navy, as turned out to transformative into the darkness and explosive trapped into the reef and core the resurrection from the dead, as known as his ghost. Unknown about 300 ghost crews and 100 cannons estimated. The total would be completed like Ship of the Line of Man of War, as HMS Dauntless, Endeavour, and Victory has 104 cannons on it on a naval battle for the exception of about 1,000 ships of the underworld on the songs about two steps from hell. And Two Steps from Hell, all of the songs are about is really most about any Days of Glory on Daniel Nielsen. As a lot of those is songs about the Third Age Total War every month and every year ago. They were representative for the 8 years ago, but 8 years passed. We tried to work on it those almost 2 more years. We talk about a gold medal hood, about pixelated Apollo Hero, and Jackie Fish. Alex the Rambler wanted to see the May 26th with Baywatch and Pirates of the Caribbean 5th too. And Ilya Giles, Nana Giles, Ben Phillips, and Jackson Adorji, Xiaomi TV on Australia and London, England, Europe, and Human TV on the Los Angeles and Venice Beach. And that would be great. That would be about 20,100 a day with Tony Tornadoes, and Tony Tornado Vlogs, then the Managing Show, and as known about Crazy Boyfriend and Crazy in Love, and with Derek Diso, Space Jam Gardens, Moko, Cuba Guy, Jonathan Nesboog, and Kevin Oris Jr., and Vasilita, his Derek's girlfriend. And you guys, if you want to check out it on YouTube, so there is a Pirates 5th, the new TV spots on this trailer, about 1 minute and 58 seconds. About the Black Pearls is back from the Black Beer's bottle in the mid 10 years ago. We did that a lot. We did that the last time about 1755 for like 2014. This is my issues. Remind me about when Warner Bros. Represented the nearby the Disneyland Resort, where the park lines wanted to any about the issues of the calibrators was. But I honestly wanted to take the seats about the Pearl was Revenge, and the Pearl and Revenge was the same ships. That relationship for the Pearl and the Revenge was the Captain Jack, and Hector was the one-legged pirate, as to be Damnations and the Armada over the Damned. What the ones that have the Black Pearl does. And the one thing about 10,000 people were in and around in the movie theaters, and May 25th on this today was on Australia decided there on this date. wanted to speak good British, and the person knows that. Oh, hello, welcome to Australia. I was gonna be have fun with animals in the movie theaters. They're talking to saying about the Great Britain, and the most of the half of the gods do have know that about the saying to believe you, and if I were to believe you, and unfortunately what you have here, and they're saying about also they do what are you guys talking about, and it might different. They can't be say that about things, and I don't care. I don't care what about not no I don't care about the garbage. Where Frankie is, it's not sucks. He says that place sucks. He has an idea of his stories. Oh my god! Papyrus to get rid that sucks. The Baywatch too. And Frankie would like it formally. I'm not formally. I like the movie. It's just about the two movie theaters on this summer 26th summer during the Memorial Day on May 26th, and it's about during the 123 days of Olympics 2017. So runners, track and field, and cross country, leftovers, swim and dive, water polo, and triathlon, bikers, swimmers, bikers, and runners. We're willing to do before and after. Just work out hard as many as you can for the outdoors. So, if any have the questions, if you enjoy your time, so want to think about 65,000 runners on the country of the world, and there are some about Seattle, Portland, and Salem, and Los Angeles, San Francisco, Anaheim, San Diego, and Venice, and Miami and Savannah on Florida, and Oregon and California. There's a Las Vegas, Nevada. They have a running motivation marathon. So you gotta need to know about activated for the reader to lost the magazines. They seemingly and about the better those things about women and men's runners. There's a lot of magazines on the putting in there. A lot of the customer service, and they're doing the most of the jobs. And you guys wanted to buy some of the stuff. There's about a couple of things at $8 to $10, and don't forget to $16 worth of magazines, all of those big ones, and then there's about 260 pages and about 69 pages through beside the 300 pages. As you know, so you know that the rest of those books are like the most of like studies, like the rest of those books like running and work out your muscles, and doing it lower the upper abs, and do my gluteus, max hamstrings, and quadriceps, and the calves, and the deltoes, and biceps, triceps, necks, and shoulders, and latissimus dorsi. If you can, we could always do that. You're all gonna welcome to the YMCA fitness and 24-hour fitness. That goes to the California thing, LA Fitness. There's a hotel zone there for Best Western and the Best Western Plus, and the suites of hotels there, they have the gym on it, and they're all gonna same as to the treadmills and the elliptical skippers, and bikers, and the weight machines, and the exercise rooms, including Pilates rooms. Whoever they're gonna take one of about 60-day workout. Shanti says you're doing great, and you always losing the weight in about 35 pounds. And the weight machines is all you're gonna need to start it now. Just like I told you guys about Go on to the 35 day to night on a 5 week day of the 5 week. That will be welcome there at about $1,500. So that would be welcome there. That would be the welcome there. So much, so much better. So continue today on TV spots. So Elizabeth Swan, plays by Keira Knightley. She is 32 years old. She had been a birthday on May 29th. She easily gonna be to have be stable to look on from behind the jungles and beside the outside to take it over from look up for the Pearl. Was the relationship for families for Jack and Karina and his best friends Gibbs, Scrum and Marty and Cotton's mentioned. Where Barbossa was reunited to the four characteristic of the Black Pearl, the Queen Anne's Revenge, the Flying Dutchman in Dying Gold, and the new villains is the Silent Mary, and the revolutionary villains here is Monarch and the British War and the British warships and ship of lines and British galleons. They do something about really important thing about it here to help. One of things about supposed to do something. Want to think about 10,000 to do something. You know what that means. Except for the Brotherhood do. If they're decided to we see the movies. We call it the TV spots. Will be coming to the Pearls. And those are the Black Pearl on the mid 1720s, and their life is issues, and there been about ton of issues on attacking the pirate fleet. Amanda Salazar victorious and the 5 pirate ships, and there's the one on the left side. It's the 6. That's the 5 of them for sunk in death. So we follow that the Pearl one to the white sails. For the order for Jackson, the maneuverability, they're turning the ship around there to can't see the Dark Devil's Throat on the reef, and the underworld should be coming up like its storms do. But when the Salazar ship was explosions in the coral reef, it was trapped in the reef. There was an underwater. It was the firestorms and beside of the deck. 100 cannons, they estimated, ruined their life. But the 40 years ago, Will Turner, Salazar was raging for ghosts and this crew. They have the commanded, they're communicating, and they find the Jack to hunt the during the trial of the Poseidon. He was completely from the quest of the Fountain of Youth, warred against piracy and the sea monsters for the Dead Man's Chest, and the Curse of the Black Pearl, and now on is the quest for the Trident of Poseidon of the mid 1760. You need to know about You need to know about a look at them and about like Percy Jackson, like a Poseidon's do. There's a water on it. It just looks about the most powerful of a hunting of a Poseidon of for the 7 seas. What did they say that about the ships do? Silent Mary was sunk to death, like the power thing the light do. For the interesting thing about the Black Pearl was altogether by Queen Anne's Revenge, the Flying Dutchman 2, Dying Gold, and they're reunited to the pirate ships too. From the Tortuga, Breathencourt, and want to think about we mentioned that Charlestown. They must do something about you so much amazing there. Is it about the different for everything about that every 10 minutes ago? We'll have to do something to have to blow or something. So I have to show you. I have to show you about just tomorrow, Wednesday and 19th. So those of you need to know about something about just about email it from Keira Knightley to the Instagrams Orlando Bloom with Katy Perry with Miranda Kerr and Margie Robbie, Leva Rambin, Peric Hollywood with Jake Aba, and Alessandra Daddario, and Zac Efron, John Bass, and plays Baywatch, and Dwayne Johnson, Elfinish Hedera, Kelly Woodbach, and Priyanka Chopra. So she'll have to tell you something about very great actor to see. Tell her about we love them movies like on TV shows, in the music videos and video games. Whatever he takes it about 10 minutes ago. My dad's here, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. It's kind of crazy. Why would the calling answer to the telephone? And that's fine if I do. Sorry. So we're to continue to .com. So the new buy on the official website to according to the games and the toys and Legos and one of the things about the places on the Black Pearl, the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the Lego on the Silent Mary, and there's the Lego on the video game on May 25th. This year. They have the communicating during the May 26th during Memorial Day on 29th, where a lot of those about 2,000 people are died, death, and passed away. Was it about every year ago? Was it 2,000 people on the every 15 minutes in Shattered Dreams 2017 and 2016 from 2016, and those we have those reaction to the Star Wars. They want to think of reaction to do something. So I believe very sadness to rest in peace for she's not able to interviewing for the Last Jedi, and the third one the episodes to once in by the 8th and 9th episodes to do something about Star Wars series about John Boyega and Daisy Ridley. These two are very great. She's two are a great actor on the Jedi turn out and against the Stormtroopers on the Kylo Ren's army. They're decided to be the villains here. They also have a challenged by the rebels here. The rebels here. There's some of the issues is starting now. So I have to do the question for one last time. So one of the things that the Black Pearl was back was every time it about crossbows on it. They seemingly have to decide to the Black Pearl's back was reunited from the mid 1760s on the island. The idea of the stories was the Jack Sparrow's flag for Jolly Roger from Barbossa's. He was to think about it. He telling what to do. Also, they have for Pearl was remaining. It has to do something and really wants it to be friend now. Don't think about the different now. Once about the different. For anything about any questionos about it, quotes and answers, and Q&A's answers, and the Pirates of the Caribbean movie madness. They're the Hoy Pirate Powwow today, like a Juggix Powwow and the Majorga Nuggets movie madness. So just like about the 2015 and 2016 year. So we did about in Psycho series 3.5 years ago, and Jesse do have the most video things ever. They're doing the most United way to about every year. That was the 1,328 videos, and about the 365 through 365 days, and survived 6 days of the years. So we did have for one purpose there for Jesse doing the most of the makeup money, for 2 million views and 658,000 views today. And the viewers today, as my friend Innocent Frankie did have the driver's license to have a for the 2009, did do much of what he could. So the reason it could have the most families of friends and their cousin in YouTuber 24's actor, actress, director's friends. So you could welcome there for the new friend on a new friend of YouTuber 24's friends and the actor, actress, director's friends. You can meet them where you can. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe to my content, so follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Friends, Twitch, Gaming Channel, Story Store, Elma, New Jersey, College Story Talk, Tom Atlanta, Hangouts on the Play Stores. I'll follow links to Scripture Share on YouTube 24 on Majorca Nuggets, Big Brother, Jordy Star Barker, Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, The Inky Grandpa Soros, Grandpa's Corner and his friends, Pisaka Dad, Larry Slouch, Pisaka Aunt, Joey Bump, Pisaka Aunts and Uncles, and Melissa, Pisaka Mom, Manicorn, Juliet Riley, Crocodile Buzz 888, Boogie Tonight 88, Parker Sip, Margaret Lucasons, and Roman Edwards, Roman Edward Wings, and Bernie Smith, Derek Diesel Daily with Fossilita, and Spanish Jams Gardens, Life of Mocha with Boog, Nest Boog, The Cubic Guy Life, Cubic Guy, Horror Gamer, The Boog Show, Human TV, Prince vs. Prank, Girlfriend vs. Boyfriend vs. Girlfriend, Tony Tornado, Tony Tornado Vlogs, The Amanda Jean Show, and Ellie Giles, Jackson O'Doherty, Charming TV, Ben Phillips, and Nana Giles here. And Logan Paul, the actor, and the YouTuber 24. You're welcome there for Logan Paul. You can see me now for 25 subscribers for me. So, actor, actress, director here on Alessandro Daddario, and Matthew and Catherine, and Zac Efron, Elfinish Hedra, Kelly Rubaj, John Bass, Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, and Priyanka Chopra, and Alice Eve. Happy birthday. She's 35. You're 35. Chris Pine, Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Paul Rudd, Michael Pena, Kristen Bell, Dax Shepard, and Kristen Bell, and Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley, and Elizabeth Olsen, Carlos Gloria, Brent Authorities, and Teresa Palmer, Mark Webber, and Kay Upton, Logan Lerman, Brandon T. Jackson, Leva Rambin, Jim Herrick, Ellie Wood, Jake Aba, Douglas Smith, and Margaret Robbie, Tom Ackley, Emma Watson, Selena Gomez, and Justin and Ben Furlander, and the Cubs Nations, and Anna Hager and Shannon Waters here. And we heard about to those of watching my videos from my YouTube channels. So I love you guys, so feel free to death. So don't forget to keep it rich, mateys. Have a great day. See you soon.